Hi YouTube, it's Pen Paper 19. It's February 2025 and it's been a really long time since I've been on here. I thought it would be nice to just come on and chat a little bit about how my 2025 planning and journaling is going. And especially since there were two recent changes that were made, not to the actual planning itself, but to the trimmings and the outer things. So I can go over that a little bit. My planning has actually been going really well, and I've been really enjoying using everything that I have. So my primary system has been this 2025 Hobonichi Hon, the Crescent Moon delivery, I think, and I've really, really been enjoying this. This has been my everything book. I was concerned about this, and I think I will always be a little concerned as I continue throughout the year of having just one single book, but I can't say how nice it is to just know that everything is in one place, and it just brings me a lot of joy. I think the last time I was in here, I was in the middle of a, let's see, like a swatch, like a ink advent swatch for a color vent, and there is definitely more bleeding through of this ink on this 2025 paper than on the 2024 Hobonichi paper, but not enough for me to say I'm not going to use it. So I have been really enjoying this book and just getting to learn how to use it, and it's a different sort of book. And the ink, only one of my pens has done some strange feathering, but I've continued to use it and I have learned to adapt. So this is my 2025. What I used to have it in was, let me see, this Trogan from Hobonichi that I got last year. Oh, and here I have my hours journal. But I used to carry my Hobonichi in the Trogan, and then I had this Superior Labor Miso paper collab, which I love this pouch. And in here I used to carry a bunch of stuff, as well as I would carry this, where is this? What is this from? I think this is, maybe it's Atelier Penelope. Got it from, this one's from Baumkuchen. I would carry this with a bunch of stuff in it, and then this little Und Liebe pen case, leather pen case. So I would have my immediate needs, all of my journaling stuff, pens and things like that, correction tape, scissors, ruler, things like that in here, and then I'd have additional things like markers and things that I would need in this case. However, recently my husband got for my birthday the Superior Labor canvas, I think this is the mission case. Now I used to have, or not I used, I still do, I have the leather mission case, and it's beautiful, and it's the same exact size. But for some reason, I never used it. It was actually really nice because it had, you'd open it and it'd have a big giant like an open cavity, and then there was an insert in there, a leather insert, and you could pull that out, and it had maybe 4 or 5 pen slots in there. It was beautiful. It was a natural leather. I really liked it, but I never used it. For some reason, it seemed really thick and bulky. This is really thick and bulky, but there's something about, maybe it's the pliability of the canvas with this handle, which is surprisingly really important, that has made this more functional for me than the exact same size, exact same product in leather. So I like this a lot more. This canvas does have kind of a, I don't know if you can tell, a little bit of a modeling of some sort. It doesn't bother me at all. It just seems very, it's a nice case. The zipper is really thick and sturdy. I almost wish it was a little bit smoother, but I think it's in line with the Superior Labor aesthetic. Now, as I said before, I was using all of these other things, all of these other pouches, and I have managed to transfer all of the most important things I use on a day-to-day basis into this case. This case is giant once I have my planner in here. So this, I just put the planner in here and I zip it up, and it's a monster, but it holds everything. So I will zip it up and show you in just a little bit. I can show you exactly what I have here. In this front little flap, I have just the portable scissors, a Klena gel pen, one of these Tom Studio Duo pens. I have a brush pen there, and then some kind of I have a fine liner there. And then I think this is a Tombow Fudenosuke. I think this is a soft brush. I prefer the soft to the hard, typically. So that's that. These two pens are a little bit taller than ideal because this pocket, like with this patch here, this flap should go down maybe ideally about ½ an inch further, but that's fine. If you flip this up, there is a little pocket here. I have some stickers and cards and stuff in here, and then I have two Traveler's Notebook sticker papers that I just carry with me, that I have some stickers in there that I use. And in the back is in kind of an A5 size slot that I have some things that I carry and some paperwork for the doctor. I'm gonna go see the pediatrician next week, so I just keep that stuff there. It really is impressive how much this thing holds. Okay. And then on this side, on this flap, this leather flap, it's really beautifully done. This is the pen that I use at all time. This is my limited edition Pilot Vanishing Point. Don't remember what this is called, but it's beautiful. Got it last year. This is the second pen after some drama with having this package stolen, and then Dromgool's very kindly sourcing another one for me from Pilot USA. This came with originally a medium nib. I'd ordered it in a fine nib, and then I ended up separately ordering an extra fine because I really need an extra fine with this pen. So this is the pen I use every day with this notebook. Now, I have used a lot of black inks, but I've never found them to be black enough until I found this ink. I don't know if you can tell. This is Platinum Chukuro. This ink is very black. This is the blackest ink I have ever been able to find. And it is fantastic. It is ridiculously expensive. This is 60 mils. I think it's $60 for this little ink vial. I love it so much. It's in my work Vanishing Point. This is the ink that I use. And I decided, you know what? If I'm going to use it every day and I love it this much, then that's what I'm going to use. So that's definitely my favorite pen ink combo for my planner journal. In here I have just the ruler I use all the time, some Post-its, this ruler that I use sometimes from Hobonichi, and then this really cute Midori Post-it note set that I found in a local bookstore like a week ago. That just nicely slots in here. It could also fit like a, I don't know, like a little notepad, I think. But anyway, so that's really nice. And then over here, it fits tons more stuff. So back here, I have a Traveler's Notebook insert. This is I have this in here for summer trip planning because we have our summer plans. We have our summer vacation set already since my daughter will be graduating elementary school. In this little slot here, I have a clip. This is the little paper note card that comes with the Hobonichi, the Hone. This is some Hobonichi double stick tape. In here are some additional Hobonichi stencils that I use from time to time. Not frequently, but I'm always glad that I have them when I need them. And then this is some Stalogy flags. And in here are just the supplies that I need all the time. This is the Wiper Plus correction tape. I think this is, oh, I don't remember what size this is, but this is the perfect size and color for the I guess, this grid Hobonichi white color notebook in the cousin size. So it's the perfect color. So that is what I use, and size. Whoops. This is a Kokio dot liner. This is one of my most important little corner and side hole punches. This is how I do I side punch the weeks to know what week I'm in, and then I'll corner punch, I don't know if you can tell, the corner punch for the yearly overview, and then down here for the monthly. One really important note about this, I got this on JetPens, and there are a lot of negative reviews. I had a really hard time with this initially because in Tomoe River paper, mine's 52 GSM, certainly on 52 GSM, the paper is too thin to actually appropriately punch the paper with this hole punch. This thing broke because paper got wedged into the cutter, and my husband had to completely dismantle it and reassemble it. And then I realized that the problem was with the fact that 52 GSM Tomoe River paper is just too thin. So what I do every single week is I just have a piece of paper. This ends up being like those, I don't know if it's those pads of Hobonichi paper that's just like tear off paper, but any piece of paper, any normal piece of paper will do. And you can see that they have all these cutouts. What I do is every week, when it's time for a new week, what I will do is I will align this paper, or any sheet of paper, to the edge or to the corner if I'm doing a corner punch, and then I'll punch it. What I need to do is I need to make this paper thicker, and when I do, this hole punches beautifully. I've hole punched my journals now hundreds and hundreds of times, and I have never had an issue as long as I make this paper a little thicker. So if I combine it with another piece of paper, it's totally fine. So that is what I do, and it has been foolproof for me. And I'm not a fan of side tabs or tabs in general. So this has been my lifesaver, and it keeps my edges clean, and I really like that. So that's this. Let's see. Oh, I have this cute stamp set. Blackwing eraser. And these are stuff that I use every week, so I make sure I have it. This one is another Wiper Plus tape, but it's 4mm and cream tape, and this one is the perfect color for the Hobonichi, I think the weeks, and for the journal I use for my kids. So that's the Hobonichi, it's the 5-year journal, so it works beautifully on that one, so I carry that. I have a Rotring 800 Plus. It's a stylus plus 0.7mm pencil. This is the Fudenosuke Tombow. I think this one's also soft. This one is just a Pilot twin marker, and this is the Shachiiro pen, which works really cool. Got this one off of Yoseka, where you can color this on top of any washi tape and makes any washi tape writable, a writable washi tape. And it's actually really neat. So I like using that every once in a while, just as a novelty. So that is what I carry in here. It's quite a lot, and it works beautifully. So put that all back in. And then one thing to note is that these bookmarks at the bottom do tend to get on this zipper, which I find really annoying. So I do try to just kind of tuck it under whenever I can. Just close it up, zip it up. It does zip up. It is, I couldn't fit anything else in this direction because it's all the way to the edge, but there is that room like on the sides and stuff here, so like padding out. But this thing is a monster. It's absolutely gigantic. But it's really nice that it's in one piece. I tend to go back and forth. Sometimes I'll really enjoy this all being in one for a while, and then sometime I'll want to dismantle it and enjoy carrying just the book. So I'm glad I have different options and different pouches that I can use when my when I feel the desire to switch it up. The other thing that I have, this is my like everyday everything planner, journal, everything. The other thing that was my day-to-day, everyday carry, so when I go to work and when I just take my bag out, was this Passport TN. I have, this is like maybe a year old. I take this everywhere. I throw it into bags. I do not baby this at all. It's a beautiful, I love this, what is this, patch from Baumkuchen, and this as well. And I got this cute little yen coin from a Etsy seller that I put there. Now, I'm using this right now. I just switched over to this Paper Republic passport size. I think this is called Grand Voyager. It is the passport size. It is bigger than the, it is actually pretty substantially bigger than the Traveler's Notebook passport size. A little bit in the width direction, but certainly in the height direction. I find that really interesting. This was my kind of everyday, everywhere I went carry. And in here I had just this Galen leather wallet, which I really, really love. This pen holder is amazing. It's so big. I use this Uniball 1P, this little petite chubby thing, and I love it. Fits in there, no issue whatsoever. It's been beautiful, and I would carry a notebook in here, the notebook that I have in here that I'll show you. And just recently I decided, honestly, I decided to pick this up. Not because I wasn't happy with this. I really love this, and I'm going to keep this, and I will switch it out. But the thing that I saw that almost took my breath away, actually, was this 2025 notebook. This is their paper calendar. I love that binding. It is just a weekly notebook. It's small, it's not enough for me to do really anything, but it's really simple. But there's something about this font and just something about, it's super minimal. It just has a perpetual calendar, just like a calendar like this in the front, and then that's it. But there's something about this font, this binding, that really, I really just wanted it. I'm gonna be really honest, I had no excuse. So I went to the Paper Republic website. I saw that they had like a planner bundle. It came with the planner. It came with this paper folder, which I didn't need, but you know, it came with it. And it came with some notebooks. So let's see, here's the package that came in. This is the notebook that came with it. And then I just grabbed and then it came with like 2 Doc Grid notebooks additionally. It's vegetable tan leather, it's really nice. Now if you look at, this is the notebook I use with it, which is a Sterling ink, Tomorrow River paper, just little notebook. I love these things. They're my favorite little insert tab. This is a passport size. This is the Paper Republic passport size. This also is a very, very different in size. I mean, it's not even close. It's pretty wild to me. It's actually why I'm glad that this paper folder came, because I had planned on using this Galen insert, which is exactly the size, and I like that. I like things being flush. I don't really like I don't like inserts or things being smaller than the actual leather folder because I don't like bending and warping the leather because there's all this space inside. But it was just too small. It looked kind of silly in here. So if you are an avowed Traveler's Notebook user and want to use all your Traveler's Notebook stuff in this setup, unless you really like a lot of overhang, and you can just kind of tell here how small, like how tiny this is in the setup. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of small. But with all of this in here, it does fit kind of nicely. I got this little pen holder from Leuchtturm, and I just clip it in. And it's actually just a lovely setup, and I can't wait to see how this patinas. It smells beautiful, this vegetable tan leather. Yeah, this is, I don't know that, we'll have to see how I like it. Because it's bigger, I don't know how wonderful, like how great it's gonna be. It'll feel like maybe a little bit bulkier than this because this one's nice and compact, but not too much. I'm really loving her, and I'm really enjoying this calendar. I'm not somebody who likes to have multiple calendars, but it's kind of nice to have something that I can reference when I'm out of the house, even if I have Google Calendar. So that's my setup. It's going really, really well. I am loving my planning and journaling process this year because it's so stable. And so, yeah, it's been really great, and I will talk to you later. Bye.